this is your host. Why do penguins waddle when they walk? You know, it looks really cute when they do that little penguin walk, but have you ever stopped to think why they do it? I haven't. I just assumed that was how they got from point A to point B. But there are actually two main reasons for the waddle. The first reason is to do with their center of gravity. You see, their bodies are perfectly shaped for swim. They're like little torpedoes. So when they're in the water, they move through it very easily. But when they're on land, they're not so graceful. Their center of gravity is way off balance because of their body shape. So instead of walking like this, which would be much more efficient, they have to walk like this. It takes way more energy to waddle, but it keeps their center of gravity over their feet and prevents them from toppling over. Kind of like when you try to walk in high heels. It's much harder than walking in flats, right? Because your center of gravity is no longer over your feet. If you try to take a step, you kind of lean forward like this. And if you continue to try to walk, you'll probably fall flat on your face. It's the same thing for penguins. If they tried to walk with their center of gravity over their hips, like this, they'd just fall over. So by bending their knees and keeping their center of gravity over their feet, they can prevent themselves from falling. But it does take way more energy to waddle than it would to walk. But if it helps them from falling over and breaking their bones, then it's totally worth it. Now, another reason penguins waddle is to conserve energy. Yes, it takes more energy to waddle, but it takes even more energy to run. If they're running late for dinner, which sometimes happens, they don't want to get there all out of breath. So they waddle. It's much more energy efficient to get somewhere if you take smaller steps. Now, this isn't always the case. Sometimes, when they're excited, like when they see a really juicy fish, they'll run. It looks pretty cute when they do that little penguin run. They look like they're dancing, but it's only when they're really excited or when they're trying to catch prey. Normally, they're pretty chill. They don't seem to get too excited about anything. Maybe it's all the fish they eat that makes them so chill. I don't know. So the next time you see a penguin, try not to laugh at the way they walk. They're just trying their best to get from one place to another without falling over. Have you ever tried to walk in high heels? It's really hard, right? So the least you can do is have some respect for a penguin trying to waddle in its high heels. Thanks for watching.